Greetings and welcome. Today I would like to express to you about the concept of love. As we all might be aware of, love comes in many shapes and sizes, forms and conditions. How one might perceive love depends on every individual's situationship. Some might perceive love as a means of self-support, and some might perceive love as a method of escapism. Your inner child plays a major role in how you might be loved and your ways of loving others. When you were a child, you grew up being loved by your guardians. The way a guardian expresses their compassion, love, and care to a child bestows the seeds upon in which how you might perceive love in your upcoming future years. Your own guardian implants the familiarity in which you perceive love to be as. That's why love comes in many various forms of challenges, because everyone loves differently. Everyone was raised differently. Every situation differs from one another. Guardians drive the inner child of children, and so when a neglected child grows in an apathetic environment, their nervous system gets rewired in having to be treated that way. They assume the familiarity of how love should be treated to them. And so they attract emotionally distant partners, friends, or emotionally unavailable people in general. Because this is what they've been groomed into believing, that their self-worth ties into how they were raised by their own guardians. They end up suffering the consequences of their own guardians' actions. Your self-esteem plays a major role in how you treat your own relationships. You treat your relationships according to how you treat your own self. When you treat yourself with hostility, you will only attract hostile people in your life. And when you treat people with compassion, understanding, you will attract that same energy back. And so, you attract what you bestow upon others. The moment you accept yourself completely as an individual, the likely you are to experience self-change within yourself and others. Growing up in an abusive environment, you naturally pick up on that ambiance and grow within that familiarity. And this is exactly where victimhood emerges. You say to yourself, you express to yourself that this is what I'm worthy of. How the household that I was raised in, this is how I should be treated for the rest of my life. Life is a cause and effect problem-solution scenario. Children who grew up with loving people and loving guardians will naturally adapt to true and genuine loving relationships because they grew with that familiarity. The mind is just like a plant. When you water it with hatred, you will become hate yourself. And when you water it with love, you will love for yourself. One of the things I really want to dive deep into is in my project that I'm working on, Eclipse of Evanescence, I really want to focus on child psychology and really dive deep into the dynamics of what makes people become the way they are. And they do. Because personality initially emerges within childhood. Here's a common misconception about the good and the evil. Evil people are hurt people. And hurts people. But here's the thing, what we label and deem as good and evil are inextricably intertwined, meaning that one does not exist without the other. We are all souls balanced within good and evil. Our souls don't adhere to prominence between good and evil. You are both a good and evil person. But when you balance both good and evil, and they're harmonically attuned, you learn what it means to be human, what it means to be a vessel of consciousness.